Welcome to hole number 7, step 7, selling sponsors. Let me make it really clear. Sponsors are your profit. And if you offer them a return on investment, you will make more money. So let's take a close look at how do we sell sponsors? What are the key factors in getting the big money from those companies? First of all, let's look back at the history of selling sponsors. Most organizations have struggled with selling sponsors, and I'll tell you why. They haven't been selling sponsorship packages. They sell a whole sign. They sell a one-day event for 144 players. This is not truly maximizing the return for your sponsors. When we're selling sponsors, we need to take a look at the big picture. We need to take a look at 3 key factors. Number 1, what is our demographics? Who are we reaching? Number 2, what's in the sponsorship packages? And number 3, who buys sponsorships and how do we approach them? So let's take a closer look at these 3 key factors. Number 1, demographics. What is your demographics? Now, I want you to think outside the box. Do not think of demographics as a one-day event and your 72 to 144 golfers that you're getting that day. You need to take a look at the full campaign of what you're trying to achieve. This is a 4-month marketing campaign, and you're reaching thousands of people to promote your golf tournament. Your sponsors want to know, who are you reaching and how are you reaching them? They don't want to know about 144 players. That's just a bonus. They want to look at the mass market. So keep in mind, when you're looking at your demographics, ask yourself some key questions. Who's receiving your brochure? Who's in your database? Who's getting your blast email? Who's looking at your website? Who's seeing your advertising in television and magazine advertising? And who will be seeing your PR efforts? Who's going to be reading the story? These are some key questions when you're analyzing who your demographics are, because your sponsors want to know, are they my buyers? See, sponsors want buyers. They want to sell more product. They simply want more business. So we need to take a close look at who's buying their product. So when we're taking a look at that, we have to ask ourselves, number 1, what do these people do for a living? What is the occupation of some of these people that you're reaching in your marketing efforts for the golf tournament? Number 2, what is their income level? Are they lower income level? Are they blue collar? Are they higher income level? White collar? This is important to a sponsor. They want to know who they're reaching and can they buy their particular product. Geographically, where do they live? What are their buying segments? Do they live in the north side of town, the south side of town? These are key questions that your sponsors want to know. That's going to help you sell more packages. And then the buying trend. What are they buying? What are some things that they need? Now, obviously, all golfers buy cars and computers, but maybe more specifically, what industry are they in? What are they buying for their jobs? These are some questions that your sponsors want to know the answers to. So step number 1, have a good handle on your demographics. Who are your marketing efforts reaching? And sponsors will be happy if you can show them a good demographic for sponsoring your event. The second question, the second key point is those sponsorship packages. What's in a sponsorship package? And it's important that we take a close look at what we're giving those sponsors, because a whole sign just is not cutting it anymore. A name in the brochure, a name on the website. These are nice things, but they don't give the sponsor the return on investment that they're looking for. So let's try to beef up those sponsorship packages. Let's try to add things that gives that sponsor more exposure and more return. Things like a brochure in the goodie bag, maybe a brochure with a special promotion, maybe a display table or a display tent out at the event so they can show their services and show their wares. Maybe it's possibly some sampling, some testing that they're on site, giving your golfers a chance to test or sample some of their products. What's in the advertising? Are they getting radio? Are they getting newspaper? Are they getting television? What are some of the things that they're getting in your promotion and marketing? These are some of the key things. Keep in mind, the sponsor wants to know one thing. Are they getting more business by sponsoring your event? So if you're reaching the right people and doing the right promotion and advertising, you're going to reach their potential buyers. The third question you have to ask yourself is, who is the best people to sell to? You've got a great demographic, you've got a great sponsor package. Now, who's the buyer? So let's talk about who's going to be buying sponsorship packages. Again, here's some places that we need to take a look at your industry. Who's in your industry? Are there manufacturers? Are there distributors of products and services? But take a look at the vendors within your industry. Take a look at your board members. Maybe there's some people on your board who have businesses that want to promote their businesses, that know all about your organization. Obviously, they're on your board and more apt to sponsor. We want to look at some of the benefactors of your organization. Maybe there's people that have benefited from your cause and from the services that your organization offers, and they've been successful down the road and willing to give back. Take a look also at your accounts receivable. You pay companies, vendors, services that you've needed, and they know who you are. You've given them money. Now it's time for them to give you back some money and support your efforts and your organization. Also, look at your Rolodex. Bring your committee together. Bring all of their contacts and who they know, because the key number one thing in selling a sponsor is going to be that relationship. So you want committee members who know people and have contacts, and you're going to be much better off selling those packages. Make sure that the pricing of those sponsorship packages work for them, because remember, they want a return on investment. If they give you $1, they want $4 in return. So you need a smaller sponsorship price package to offer the smaller businesses, and then a bigger price package to offer some of the bigger businesses. But pricing is key, because they want a return on investment. So selling sponsors is so important for your event. It's where your profit is. So keep these things in mind. What's your demographics? Who are you reaching? What's in your sponsorship packages, and what are your sponsors getting out of it? And who are you approaching? They have a relationship, and are they worth buying and supporting your group? Keep these things in mind. You'll not only sell bigger and more sponsors, but you'll have them coming back year after year.